As most of us know, Xiaomi is a smartphone manufacturer based in Beijing, China. In fact, it is one of the 4 largest smartphone manufacturers in the world. Lei Jun, founder of Xiaomi. This story begins with Jun being inspired by a book he read during his student years. Jun's dreams of entrepreneurship on technology started while he was still in college. A book he found in the library one day ignited his current position. The title of the book is Fire the Valley, The Making of the Personal Computer. The book told the story of Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. After reading that book, she was inspired and thought, Jobs and Gates succeeded right out of school, why not me? He rolled up his sleeves. That thought alone was enough to excite him. We come across very often that the thing that triggers great success is sometimes big failures, and this is how Xiaomi actually happened. Jun founded his first company in his senior year, about to produce processors so that computers can more easily process Chinese data. Although the end of this job was a failure, this has been a good camper for Jun. Maybe this job was unsuccessful, but it was also the fuse of a story that would put the words of world giant and his name in the same sentence. At that time, Lenovo and Kingsoft storms were blowing in China. Lei Jun first started working at Kingsoft. He even reached the level of CEO of Kingsoft. Then he becomes the chairman of the board of directors in large companies and carries out serious activities here. Until that time comes. Xiaomi is born in 2010. Xiaomi means small rice in Chinese. He takes a traveling companion with him to expand this company. This name is Lin Bin, who has huge experience like Microsoft and Google. Jun and Lin Bin released their first smartphone just a year after the company was founded. Xiaomi's first phone is released as Mi 1. Unlike its competitors, it uses digital channels in its sales. One of the Xiaomi features is price performance. It especially attracts the attention of the young audience. Xiaomi's first phone is sold online and gets thousands of requests a few hours later. Its privilege is purely price advantage. Xiaomi is referred to as the Apple of China, while Lei Jun is cited as the Steve Jobs of China. Lei Jun doesn't actually deny it either. She expresses that she was inspired by Steve Jobs in her speeches. In the short time we just mentioned, thousands of demands continued exponentially. It is said to have reached a sales record of 300,000 in just 12 minutes. It adopted an internet-based sales model at that time. So much so that it took the lead in the Chinese market by overthrowing even Samsung after only 2 years. For Lei Jun, his inspiration was Steve Jobs, but he not only took him as a leader, a founder, a success story, but also reflected this on his phones. This similarity is why Xiaomi phones are called iPhone killers. Lei Jun's philosophy is affordable technology for everyone. In other words, he thinks that much more affordable phones can be produced with similar technologies, contrary to the huge prices that Apple imposes on the huge technologies it provides. Yes, although it still smells of Steve Jobs, it has a different procedure than Apple, especially in terms of price performance and sales policy.